You know what's coming soon? I mentioned the delaying of those books. What we're really excited about and why I flew in this morning and I'm flying out tomorrow is because we have a major new release coming, and that's Unity 3.0. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and then right after that we're going to be releasing our Android support. Right after that we've got our Xbox support. Right after that we've got our PlayStation support, and then Google Native Client, which you guys might not know about, but it's kind of geeky, programmer, cool. But for the advertising industry, for the web games industry, for anybody online, that's going to be a massive win for us. That's going to let us take a huge bite out of Flash and become like hopefully that next great default technology of choice. So talking about Unity 3.0, you might recognize that guy from the front of my slide deck. We're not huge military fans, but it seems that everybody judges a game technology based on the best like shooter game you got out there. So we said, okay, screw it. We're going to make a shooter game as our demo project. And I can show you a video of this. It looks really, really good. And it's a great example of what you can do with our tech. And you're going to get the full source to that. Everybody installs Unity 3.0. You're going to get the full source project so you can pick that apart. What is 3.0? It's a major update to our existing product. It's scheduled to ship this summer. Summer ends like September 22nd on the calendar, according to like Wikipedia. We'll ship before then. Pricing is going to stay the same. We're going to keep that free version. We're going to have the same prices before, and there's upgrade pricing, educational discounts, all that same stuff. You can buy any of our software online if you ever get to that point where you want to pay for a license. You don't have to talk to us or bother with our sales team, although they're really nice people. You can just go online and charge it and get that. It's going to have a ton of new features. A unified editor, we have all of our tools, iPhone and desktop, and we are all separate. We're bringing them all together as one. Beast light mapping, anyone that does 3D modeling, you have to go outside and do light mapping in Maya, 3D Studio Max, then bring those assets into Unity. Not anymore. We're going to have that built into our tool. Source level debugging to programmers in the house. Yay! Lots of audio capabilities. Unity supports streaming audio, positional audio. So you just drop an audio source into the world and you put an audio listener on the camera, and Unity takes care of left-right panning and sound attenuation as you move away. And then we're adding that things like echo and reverb zones, like I'm talking in here and I can hear a little echo to my own voice. Well, in a game world, how do you enable that? With us, you just drop it, drag and drop that effect on it, and it just turns it on like that. So again, these are things that let us be more visually focused instead of programming focused. Deferred rendering, which is a really fancy term for your stuff looks really sweet. Occlusion culling, again, fancy way of making things faster, better, cheaper. And then a whole bunch of other stuff that fits under the and more. And there's a ridiculous amount of stuff that we're adding into this release. So it's really exciting. It's our first major release in like 2.5 years, and it's killing us sleep-wise, so we want to get it done soon. You've ever talked about like a final project that really makes you lose sleep and stress? That's it. So Unity Android, some mobile support that's coming. So this is that dark Unity that I was showing you. This is a video capture. But of course, this is all also done in real time. It looks just as good. This goes on for about 30 seconds or so. Well, a minute, but we'll stop. So all the audio is being done, like again, it's positional. You can see reflections in the puddles. And of course, this took a team of good artists to get this to look this nice. But I mean, this is like previously. Oh, I just got louder. I'm trying to whisper. This is previously like unheard of to deliver this kind of a thing in the browser. So in terms of the artistic creativity and freedom that Unity lets you do, it's we really think there's nobody that matches us right now. So. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and stop that one, and let me show you some killing and shooting, because again, that's why we had people make the boot camp demo. So we've long talked about Unity being able to deliver console quality on the web, and this is, the kind of games that folks really want to see when they think of like consoles and game technology. So. Okay, thank you, Captain. You can see we got things like real-time shadows, particle effects for smoke and fire. It's a complete game engine that lets you do what you want. And while you might not do this as an ad campaign, you could think about walkthroughs in architecture viz or things like that, where some of the same features overlap. So this is the visible body that I mentioned in terms of non-game tech, where they wanted medical students to be able to look at the entire human body structure. and be able to do it in a way that is accurate and has visual fidelity. And what's important to note is the left half of the screen with the menu selectors over there, everything to the left of that vertical bar is actually Flash running in the browser. And then everything to the right where the 3D head is and all that is Unity content. So these are not A or B features. It's not some kind of binary choice that you have to use Flash or you have to use Unity. These are both really potent web technologies that you have to pick the right tool for the right job. And in this case, they already had things like this nice little menuing system where you can just kind of click and expand already built inside of Flash. And they didn't want to have to rebuild it inside of Unity, so it was easier to integrate the two technologies in one page as opposed to reauthor it. So this is not a sales pitch for you to wholesale convert. It's just to add Unity to your tool set. And that's where, again, having a broad set of skills is important. But you can come in here, for example, and decide that you want to look at a particular component. And let's see, we're going to add muscular system. So you can see it paints the muscles on over the top of the skull, and then you can add or remove particular components of it. For example, if we go to the head and mastication, let's remove some kind of chewing capability. So you can look at a particular muscle. So if you can imagine in an anatomy class being able to look at this, without having to cut up a cadaver, it could be a really neat way to cause, improve the learning process, or for oil rig workers, to learn how to fix things. Serious potential with Unity in terms of being able to, be used outside of the learning space. The idea is that non-game technology non-game usage can be an important part of Unity. So I've talked for like 40 straight minutes. Any other questions? Because I think we're at end time. Anyone else? Okay, you can come up and ask me questions if you want afterwards. I can show you Unity. I can talk more about the programming in it, try to keep it really high level. But come bug me if you have any questions, okay? Thanks.